And welcome back, guys. We are here on Greenwich Valley. Greenwich Valley, that is the next map we are going to take a look at here tonight. This is, again, part of the Farm Sim Mod Contest Best Map category. And this is probably one of the more anticipated maps in the contest. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Mod Hub. You can see here we have a completely fictional but is based in the UK. We have sleep triggers are located in the house at the grain farm. There's also a working TV and radio in the house. Lime can be purchased from the BGA or the R.K Blair farm supplier. We have 4 detailed towns, multi-terrain angle, 7 buyable yards, built-in cows, pigs, sheep, and horses, 125 fields. That's right. 125 fields, 125 fields, and 7 sell points. This map seems to have it all. Well, does it? Let's go ahead and take a look. Go ahead and bring it up in game. Daggone Farm Sim League Tournament. Why do you show up every time? Let's go ahead and pull up the log. There we go. Very fast to load up. No errors. I will tell you that unlike the last map we looked at, if we do load this map up in Farm Manager or start from scratch, the buildings are there. So the custom farms, the custom animal areas are still there, even in Farm Manager mode. Interesting enough, not really sure why you start way over here by fields 8, 9, and 10. Because if you look at the map, the starting land is 32 and 33. So I'm assuming this is our starting farm. Why do we start way over here? As, I guess, the first time you load in a map, not really sure. But take a look at all these lands. All these land areas. We have big field 115, $367,000. We have little fields like 94 that are only $24,000. Average fields are in the 224, 165, 144,000 range. Okay, let's take a look. We've got our standard crops here. Crops on the map. As far as sell points, we have 4 main sell points that are taking all of our crops. We do have a sell point for cotton and wool. 2 egg sell points. 4 milk sell points. There's a sell point for sugarcane. 2 sell points for sugarcane there. We have wood chips, and the barn does accept silage, hay, straw, and grass if we do not own the BGA. This map may have multiple BGAs. I kind of forget. Like I said, I looked for the stream. I looked at a whole bunch of maps. Got 1 BGA down here, $105,000. Yeah, looks like that's just about it. So let's take a look at the animal areas. We have the sheep farm, $199,000. Pig farm, $186,000. Horse farm, $200,000. Cow farm, $223,000. And, well, I guess the poor chickens. Poor chickens are left out. There's no chicken farm here at Greenwich. Take a look at the starting equipment. We get a whole lot of starting equipment, given the fact that we only start with 2 fields. All is well maintained and low operating hours. Nothing is leased. We don't own any animal pens, so we also don't own any animals. And we do have contracts. So your field 1 is 2.4 acres. Field 7 is 3.37. Field 17 is 6. And field 4 is 10. Let's compare sizes here. Field 4 is right here. So that's 10 acres, $283,000. So that'll give you a little bit of a reference to the rest of the fields here on the map. Viable forest, $249,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at the starting equipment. Let's tab over here to the start farm before we do that. So we start out with two tractors, the New Holland T5 120 and the Case 7230 Pro. So our tractors range in horsepower from 117 to 214 horsepower. We have the TX32 Harvester, the pickup truck. We have the TKD 302 grain trailer and the Strauderman SEK trailer. Got a 4-meter harvester header, the Rapid A 600S Cedar Coon fertilize sprayer, front loader arms in a bucket, pallet fork, header trailer, and a weight. That is pretty much it. Let's take a look, see if we have any custom areas that we can buy. We do have custom animal areas. They're all embedded in the map, so there really isn't a need to buy them unless we wanted to build them out on some of the custom buildable areas that we had here on the map. So what we did is we tabbed over here to our starting area between 32 and 33, just so that we can take a look at the starting farm. We have our maintenance trigger here on the farm. We have just the in-game small farm silo over here. Some of our equipment. I'm sure we could probably tip into those. Definitely tip into those. I can see the red collisions on those. So if we wanted to store our grain on the ground, we could do that. To me, that seems completely weird, and I would just rather store it in a big bin. You start with some pallets and bags of seed. Not sure. Okay. I was like, I thought that might be green, like we had, growth on the walls. And I was going to say, I don't know how we have growth inside. That wasn't the case. Lights. We have farmyard lights that we can turn on. And that, guys, I mean, that is pretty much the starting farm. Let's go ahead and fly up here. The description did say that the sleep trigger is over at, where did it say it was over at? I think it said it was over at some other farm. Go ahead and kind of zoom out. We do have, just from this point of view, let's check and see if these have collisions on them. Oh, look at that. No collisions on the, no collisions on these poles, and no collisions on the hedges. So that's something to note, is that we don't have any collisions on the poles or hedges. The distance is pretty cool. The distance imagery, because for some reason, well, not for some reason, but it looks, it's laid out pretty much how the on-map fields are laid out. Unless you're up high, you really would see the map going for a fair distance out beyond where the actual play area is. This must be one of the little town areas named Whitney. But we can see that the fields don't go all the way up to the hedges. There is still a fair bit of space around around the fields, even with the hedges not having collisions. fields should be fairly AI friendly. So here is the, I guess, the village of Strand. Way to the south and just kind of look over the map. You have the cow barn, cow farm. That's like the sheep farm. Here we've got another Valley Green. Got a KFC. Heck yeah, let's get ourselves a bucket of chicken. That's why there's no chickens on this map. They were all sadly sent to the KFC. So scattered around, and it may be over here. Scattered around the map, if you look at the PDA, you'll see, let's go here, you'll see several areas marked storage. 1, 2 right there, so there's at least 2 areas there marked storage. They're kind of just empty farmyards. I wonder if this is where the sleep trigger is. Nope, not this one. That storage doesn't have any buildings, so that's not there. This is the horse area down here. All of this green space, and the horses are just pinned up in that little area. Sad. Sad little horses they must be. We have our BGA down here. Overall, the map has a nice rolling feel to it. Fairly flat, but still a bit rolling. See if we can't figure out where that shop is. We can get on with the driving. Pig area over here. Shop is around this way. After tonight, there will be 8 more maps. Our goal is to look at 4 more tonight. We are on map number 2. We have 2 more hours before I need to definitely turn it off. So I see no problem on being able to get other 2 maps accomplished. Got another New Holland dealer here. New Holland is being represented in the map contest. Way to go, Team Blue. Kind of like this old looking store. Here we have the shop, repair, customize, and sell trigger. Just take a look across the. I mean, it is a nice view. All right, let's see here. Let's go over here. We have a sell point. Got a little speed hunts, pumps, turbine, rain. Sell points. This is a pretty big hump here. I think I'd rather see that a bit more buried down in the ground. Fairly tight getting around here, so probably not bringing a big semi-trailer through here. Speed bumps. Gotta take your time through here. Alright. Let's head this way. Check out the horse area. Check out the animal dealer, spinnery, and all of that. There we go. Gates opening up. It's the horse farm's that way. We still need to go down the road a little bit. And we go on the wrong way. Here we go. Head on in here to the horse farm. Got kind of some overgrowth going on in here. What is up with that? Oops, wrong button. Couldn't get one horsey. This is obviously our horse trigger. Pretty sure we got straw there. Got a water trough, food trough. Much everything a good old horse needs. Again, are collision free on our hedges. So that will be a turn off for some and a positive for others, but the fence is definitely going to stop you. Hard to please everybody. Some folks are going to be like, I don't want to play on a map that doesn't have collisions on hedges and poles. Other people, I don't want to play on a map that doesn't have collisions on hedges and poles. But one of the good things with at least PC play is if you know how to do it, you can go into the Giants editor and add or delete collisions to suit your play style. Here we are at the animal dealer. Got some static decorative animals over here. Do I call this my floaty object for the map? I don't know how the trailer there is holding up with the stands up. Here we are at the BGA. We have a lime silo. We have our digester here. Digestate trigger. And our silage bunker. A lot of sell points clumped together here. We have Linton Mill. Another, again, I think this would work a lot better if that was sunk down. Especially since you got to come off of this and make a pretty good turn. That's just my thoughts. Take them for a grain of salt. Wind stay stores, so this is probably going to be our cotton and wool sell point. What is this? Spinnery. Okay. Spinnery we know what is. I don't see any other visual clue that this would be the spinnery. Well, Richard, we're at the map edge. That's the map edge. Of course, I'm zoomed way out, a lot further out than you typically would be. Typically, you'd probably be able to zoom about this far out with most machinery. But you can see, I mean, if we zoom way up, okay, we're ridiculously high now. But you can see the map edge. You can tell the map edge to the north, it's obviously lined by the trees. The map edge, in my opinion, is done fairly well. Of course, we're driving on the incorrect side of the road. What is up with this? That would be a really cool thing to do. To be able to flip which direction you want traffic to go. Figure this is your normal distance out. There's your map edge right there. We're approaching the map edge there. Did you not even see that I was... You are one of the rudest drivers I've ever seen. You know what? You know what? You know what? There, you can just sit there. But you got a problem? You're the one that hit me. No, I haven't looked at the houses. We'll take a look. We're coming into a town. We can take a look at these. There's our KFC. We go through the drive-thru. Oh, look at that. We got a cool mod contest banner. That's pretty sweet. So, I bet you this is going to be our egg. One of our egg sell points. Mace at Whitney. It's the same. It's the same idiot. All right, buddy. Just gonna have to deal with it. Pretty nice details here through the town. I like that. These These lights, I guess these lights are always green. There's lots of megabytes in town. Must do a fair bit of business. Greenwich Mill. Again, I think all these sell points should be just lowered a bit. Let's go back here and check out the barn. Where's the road works? Here we have our hay straw silage sell point. Move on up here to the let's turn around again. It looks like this road up here takes us to the pig farm. Okay, so over there by Strand. Do a little in-cab view. Whoa! Here we have the pig farm. So that is a water trigger. No, this is sheep. What am I thinking? We have our water fill trigger there. We have our food trough. We have our water trough for our sheep. And we have our wool spawn point. Not a lot of storage, but we still have a decent amount of storage for what we would need to support our sheep. You have a customized repair trigger. Go through here. Get out here to the main road. Don't worry, Chan. I haven't looked at it either. I've been exclusively focusing on maps. We'll get around to those. After all, we have until January 22nd to vote for the mods. On over here to Strand. All right, so here's the road construction. So yeah, we've seen maps where they've had these 3D type of windows before. We've definitely seen maps before that have these 3D type windows where you have an image that's kind of wrapped around. Hopefully that comes across well on screen. I can't really tell you which maps we've seen those on, but I've definitely seen those before. They are very nice indeed. A lot better than the flat image. Here we have another lime point over here. Make our way down to the cow area. Then we'll shoot across the top of the map and finish over there at those sell points. Oops. And then we need to, well, I guess we need to run down to the pig farm. Let's drive over there. Let's drive to the cow area in cab. Now I get folks that ask or they request more, you know, in cab driving. I get folks that request more up high third person driving. So I try to mix it up for everybody. Thankfully, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of heavy traffic here on the map. See a first person's perspective, what it looks like. Here we are at the cow farm. Light switches to light up the outside. Right there. Inside light switch. So here we have our food trough. I'm sure this also is going to work for our straw trigger. Water trough. See if this takes us around to the animal buy trigger. Does indeed. For manure. Slurry's probably around here somewhere. There's our slurry, and then we have a silage bunker. Water trigger. Water trigger hiding around the corner there. What this is. Repair, customize. Oh, milk. This is our milk. No doubt. There's our repair, customize trigger for the farm. And that pretty much is the cow area. Right, let's head across. Yeah, let's head across this way. You guys, what do you think? How does this map compare to the Gieselberg or whatever the name of that other map was? This is pretty cool through here. Forest area. We're kind of going down the hill, around the corner. Dealing with all the shade. And getting out of the shade areas. Here we have fuel. And another egg sell point. Yeah, Chad. The only place to rate the mods is in the in-game mod hub. You basically, what I do is I click on installed, and I click on the icon, and then at the bottom it says rate. It pulls up a little window. It gives you 1 through 5 stars. You click on the number of stars you want. You hit rate, and then there you go. So we've got our log sell point, a wood chip sell point. You can always change your ratings too, so you're not locked into the first thing you pick. But the only way to rate is to have the mod installed in your mod folder. So if you delete a mod, then you want to come in and rate it again, you're going to have to basically put it back in your mod folder. If that means downloading it again, well, that's what it's going to have to entail. But this one's not as high as the other ones were. Pretty tight getting through here with the truck parked here and everything. So again, modest size equipment. Let's head down to the pig farm, and that's where we're going to call it. Speeding through the countryside. Oh, still further down. Pig farm. Fabio, it's the mini map. It starts with mini. So we're working our way through alphabetically. Here we have our silage, or not silage, but our slurry. Buy some pigs. A water trough. Food trough. It's interesting that the fields around the pig farm are mostly grass. and then our manure point. We got another water trigger over here. So guys, that is it. That is Greenwich Valley. We're going to go ahead and stop the stream once again. We are going to then set up for the next map, which is mini something. It is actually a fairly small map. It won't take us long to get through that one. And then we'll move on to our fourth map of the night after we take care of that one. So just hang out in the lobby. Don't go anywhere. Just chat amongst yourselves. Be back in about 2.5 minutes. And I'll put a post in chat basically telling you when we're about to go live. That way, if you don't see it live, just hit refresh and we'll be right back. Till next time, happy farming.